what do you listen to get out of those bad days, to get out of that funk, to get out of that just that angry ness that you're in?
I'm seeing things that aren't real. I'm seeing things I shouldn't see. I'm dreaming things I've never seen.
You're beginning to think in images, concrete images. Hot, cold, light, dark, food, hunger, pain. I think as I always did. Words are becoming meaningless to me.
Hey guys, hey internet, it's Inkeater, and welcome to BAM in my car, because why not? Kind of having a bad day, but I thought tonight for Vinyl and Music News we would talk about bad days and those shit storms that happen that you don't expect, and you shouldn't expect them because that's not the way bad days work, or the way that shit or craziness works. It just happens when you least expect it. Dun dun dun. Anyway, it kind of got me thinking about bad days and what do you listen to get out of those bad days, to get out of that funk, to get out of that just that angry ness that you're in? For me, it happens to be listening to a lot of angry music. I've been listening to a lot of heavy metal, specifically some Du Hast by Rammstein, some Pantera, some Metallica, and some Post Malone. And it's kind of funny, Post Malone has kind of filled this void for me in this like land of angry that Eminem and I would say Rage Against the Machines don't just necessarily fill, even though I did listen to a little bit of them and it kind of got me out of my funk, but I'm still kind of like in it. And it's kind of funny, I got curious, like what is it that other people listen to? I mean, sometimes I like listening to genres that I just wouldn't normally, to get me out of that feeling, to get me out of that funk. Sometimes it just happens to be lovey-dovey music. I don't know if that happens to you guys at all, but let me know down in the comments below. But it's kind of interesting to me, the power of music and how it can take you from one mood to another, or just out of that funky atmosphere that you're in case you're curious and you're wondering. I will leave a link to that video where we talk about shitstorms and leveling up, and I have to keep in mind we're leveling up in some kind of way and we just have to deal with it. But it's one of those things that's really, really frustrating. Also been listening to a little bit of Snow the Product. She's this really badass rapper, Mexican rapper, who just owns it and tells it like it is and is just like unapologetic, and I really appreciate that. In case you're curious, I will leave a link to a blog post that I did about her, specifically a few songs that I like, in case you're curious about that type of stuff. But yeah, it kind of got me thinking how I should honestly own or actually burn a CD, which, funny enough, speaking of CDs, my CD player works magically. Don't ask me how. In case you remember that video that we did where our CD player just would not spit out our CD, and we listened to the same damn CD for like almost like a year and a half. I don't even want to get into how long that CD was in my CD player, until one day magically my dad took my car to repair it and he unhooked the battery, I'm gonna guess, and it just decided to work. And I was like, what do you mean my CD player works? I'm like, this is blasphemy. I tried several times to get this CD out and it never would. Well, not this CD, the other CD. But it kind of got me thinking about how, in dealing with this shitty ass crappy day, I should really make a CD of angry music so I have that like go-to item. Granted, that might make you drive really, really fast on highways if you're that type of person. But yeah, that's a whole other story for a different day. But yeah, what are some songs that help you deal with your angry moments, get you out of that funk? I would really love to know. Let me know down in the comments below. On another note, I think it's kind of funny how most people nowadays can't make CDs. One of my coworkers was telling me how she doesn't have a CD player in her car, and I was like, what do you mean you don't have a CD player in your car? I'm kind of confused by this. Like, how do you listen to music that you want to listen to? And she was kind of like, oh, well, it's got satellite, so it has like Spotify, Pandora, and all of those other ways of playing it. Plus it has an aux port where you can basically plug in your item, which I'm kind of like, that's blasphemy. You can't make mixed CDs anymore. No. It's kind of funny. That's kind of why I've never wanted a newer car. I really love my car, but anyway, that's a story for another day, other than the CD player situation. But yeah, if you are running into the issue where your CD player is just not spitting out your CD, I would make the suggestion of unhooking the battery and hooking it back up and seeing if that does anything, because that kind of solved my issue. At least I want to think. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing awesome, and yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments below what is some songs that help you take you out of your angry mode. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go off and make an angry mix CD. I'll probably share it on my blog in case you're curious. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Bye.
Whatever it is that you believe you're seeing, it's not real.
Seeing things before they happen.
Things are not always what they seem in this place. So you can't take anything for granted.